Mauricio Pochettino leaves Chelsea. People deluded. I'm back again. I know I support Arsenal, but I'm a fan of the game, which is football and the sport. And as you would imagine, with the Premier League season drawing its conclusion last weekend, people, the rumours, the transfer news, the managerial changes are all aplenty, and we're going to have a lot of emerging news. Pochettino's left Chelsea. Now, there has been a lot of conflicting reports. Some say Chelsea will give him more time. Some say he, like you're seeing now, he's departed. When you look at the length of contract he actually signed, it was probably designed that if they were not convinced by him in any stretch of the imagination, that he would have to keep it moving, as you're seeing here. I don't know if he's lost the dressing room. I don't know if he's got the dressing room, but the owners don't think he's the right fit. There has been some rumors he feels personally that he doesn't have enough input with transfers. And we'll have to see. De Zerbi's free. They've been linked with McKenna, who's just led Ipswich to the Premier League as well, people. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other managers. Could it be a return for Thomas Tuchel? I don't know. I mean, that would be my first choice if I was a Chelsea fan. But Matt Law, who literally, I saw this about 3 minutes ago, made an article where he said, and I had to get it, use the paywall website because it's on the Telegraph. Mauricio Pochettino has left Chelsea by mutual consent after meeting with sporting directors over the past 2 days, which again, the language that came out of the club or in tabloids wouldn't have suggested he was going to leave this early. Telegraph Sport can reveal that Pochettino agreed to his departure with Chelsea late on, so he gets a decent compensation package surely. Tuesday morning, following the club's end of season review that started on Monday. So that tells you they don't believe in him, really and truly. They don't believe in him. There's not a single reason to believe in Poch. Obviously, anybody could see it's a very turbulent time at Chelsea Football Club. They've got a bunch of players, a bunch of good players, and they can actually, in my opinion, get Chelsea back to where they need to be a lot sooner rather than later. They've got a lot of players. They've got a lot of people that need flushing out. They probably need to decide, or specifically under the owners, decide specifically what is the project they wish to undertake. But I don't think they see a philosophy. I don't think they see any necessarily good football. I don't think they necessarily see him improving players per se. Yeah, Cole Palmer's been great. They don't appear that there's a single reason to believe in Poch, people. And who knows? He might be eyeing up Bayern Munich or something. There's not thought to be any bad blood between Pochettino and Chelsea, who will immediately start their search for a replacement with a young and progressive coach to be targeted. Now, Chelsea have even got a new set piece coach, so maybe, they're trying to do what Arsenal have done. Obviously, I'm not using us as a guide point, but you get the point. And again, these clubs it's never a snap decision. The board, if they're, you got to remember, these are businessmen. First and foremost, they're businessmen. You don't get to that level of business where you're billionaires and got all these great businesses by making emotional snap decisions. So they've decided this months, weeks ago. And naturally, this is the right time to probably know this. And Poch isn't an idiot. He probably knew that they were going to sack him, or he knew personally that this would probably be my only season. Why Chelsea fought to get an ex-Spurs man and expect to win trophies or do anything serious, I don't know. I had to get that one there in, man. Thanks for the 4 points, though, Poch, man. Among the names likely to be considered will be Stuttgart's Sebastian Hoeneß, Genoa's Mikel, Ipswich Town's McKenna, who has been lined up by Brighton and Leicester City, and Leicester City's Enzo Musgraska. I can't pronounce that, but isn't he on the coaching staff? Pochettino had met co-controlling owner Todd Burhey for dinner last Friday night before, and on Monday and Tuesday spending several hours with Winston Lee and Stewart and meeting with Igbali. It means Pochettino leaves Chelsea after just 1 year of the 2-year contract. So again, there you have it. This was the halfway point. If there was any reason that they were convinced by Poch, he would still be in the job. He signed last summer and is in line to pocket a significant compensation fee. The departure of Pochettino has been described as being amicable, makes him the third permanent head coach to lose his job under, obviously, the new owners after Thomas Tuchel and Graham Potter. So we'll have to see. After a run of 5 successive wins at the end of the season, clinched European qualification for Chelsea under Pochettino, who also took the club to the final of the Carabao Cup and the semi-finals of the FA Cup. So I guess just based on that, specifically getting to the final of a League Cup and the semi-finals of an FA Cup, that is quite harsh. The Argentine has left with his head held high and his reputation intact, but in the view of key figures at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea's season viewed as a whole fell short of pre-season expectations and raised issues such as a crippling injury list. So I guess there's a lot of things for Pochettino and Chelsea to consider. That being said, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Peace.